Hello, it's Friday 29th of November. It's New Music Friday, and Neil and I were up in the early hours to handpick four brilliant singles that were released this week. Neil, how are you doing?
Obviously very tired because I got up very, very, very early just to see what had been released. But otherwise, pretty good, thanks, Gary. Looking forward to Sunday when I'm going to see Gruff Rhys and Bill Ryder Jones. They're both playing a double header with their respective bands at the Albert Hall in Manchester. Still seen Bill Ryder Jones a couple of times. He's amazing. And only seen, well, if you've seen Gruff Rhys at all, but I've seen him with Super Furry Animals, and they're
Yeah, I
terrific.
think we went
So,
to see the Super Furries together. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, we did.
a
That's a
while
bit
back.
embarrassing, but yeah, no, we did.
Yeah,
We did. It's at the Academy. To be honest,
that's
that was one
right.
of the best gigs I've been to. It was
Yeah,
really
yeah, it
good.
was brilliant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I hope
Yeah,
you
it
enjoy
was.
that. And you've got and you're fitting in the European first leg of the European tour of our channel before that. Got a busy weekend.
Yeah, we have, and I'm not going to say the name of the record shop, but there is a record shop in the St. Pauli district who've agreed that I can go in a film and interview. And fortunately, the owner speaks really good English. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that,
Yeah.
and that should be a lot of fun indeed. And hopefully, we'll be able to put something decent together for people to watch in a week or two.
Yeah,
So
look
yeah,
forward to that. Yeah.
all good, all good.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, do you want to kick off with your two singles of the week?
I will do, and they're both from very different artists, and they're both very different songs, and they're both from artists who I don't think really have a great profile already. I think that's one of the great things about the release radar and picking up new songs. We can pick up new artists, but also we can make people aware of them as well. So the first one I'm going to go with is South London psychedelic soul R&B hip hop artist called Greentea. Um, Peng, and her last album was I think 2 years ago, and it was a sort of mixtape. And her last album proper was I think a year before that. She's a really interesting artist, and this is a belting track actually. Really great beat to it, and really passionate singer. And also really melodic, and it's probably not the sort of thing I would instinctively go to, but I strongly recommend that. Greentea Peng. It's got a new album coming out in the spring, I believe. So yeah, really like that. And
Yeah.
then the other artists, they're young actually. In fact, they're probably both young. So Greentea Peng is I think quite a young artist, but these two only left high school about 3 or 4 years ago. They're from Georgia, so US duo, and they are called Hey, comma Nothing, and it's a brand new single called Sick Dogs. They had their first album out last year, and this is really quite a jaunty, up tempo. They're sort of labelled as a sort of folk indie, but they're not. I can't see the folk in it really. It's just a great sort of guitar based up tempo number. So I think it's really difficult not to like it actually. I've listened to a little bit of their first album, and I also really like that. So I'm going to listen a bit more to them, and look forward to their new album coming out. Hopefully, which will be well again probably in the new year. I'd have thought. So that's a track called Sick Dogs by Hey Nothing. So yeah, I
Yeah.
was really pleased with those. What about you then, Gary? Looking forward to hearing what you listened to and picked out, and hopefully it wasn't either of those two.
It wasn't. I've got two different tracks. So, I know it's only November still, but my first pick has got a bit of a Christmas vibe to it. Well, I guess not a
Okay.
vibe, more of a theme. It's definitely not a vibe.
Okay. Yeah.
So released this week, it's a track called Boxing Day Sales by the English folk singer-songwriter Richard Dawson. Hands down my favorite track of the week, this. So if you remember, Richard Dawson's from the Northeast, one of my favorite artists. I love he's got a very unique style, the
Yeah.
way his lyrics, they focus very much on everyday mundane things, don't they? And storytelling behind it, and he delivers the vocals in quite an emotional way. It always gets me right there. Whatever he's talking about, it just hits me. And this track I think it's a second single off his forthcoming album due next year. It's definitely not a pro-Christmas song. I don't think it's more around a bit of
Okay.
commentary about consumerism in there, I think. And it's got this really wild clarinet about halfway through, which was a bit unexpected, but brilliant.
Is,
And
is
there's a
he is he the artist who wrote the song about watching a football match or playing
Yes,
football?
yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes, that was off the album 2020, which I think I played a track off that at a vinyl club some time ago.
I think you're
It
right.
wasn't
You
that
did.
particular track, I don't
Yeah.
think. But yeah, it's new album out in the new year. But there's a video for this track, which I'd highly recommend checking out. It features Richard. He's standing in various windows of London shops, holding his guitar, pretending to be a mannequin, and you've got kind of confused shoppers walking by. So it's quite quirky. So yeah,
Okay.
check that out. Yeah, so that was my first choice, and my second single of the week is total contrast to that one. So it's by Japanese singer-songwriter Haru Nemuri. You might remember, again, I played her at a vinyl club way back. I can't remember the theme, but I played her at a vinyl club, which is why she came up on my release radar. But the track is called Don't Make Love Vow, and it's a collaboration with a Thai pop singer-songwriter called Pyra. So Haru sings in Japanese on this, like most of the tracks, while Pyra's vocals are delivered in English. And this is definitely not J-pop. If you're thinking that, it's much heavier. There's rap and noise rock in there, quite experimental, chaotic. So Haru is kind of screaming and rapping in Japanese, while you've got Pyra with the smoother vocals in English, and it balances out really well.
Okay.
And I think that mix of genres and languages makes it really interesting to listen. So yeah, and you've got to turn up the volume on this one to fully appreciate it. So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Probably not one for Boxing Day then.
probably not. No, probably
Okay.
not.
Okay. I'll bear that in mind.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's my second choice. So 4 great tracks. We'll put the links in the show notes, and it'd be good to get your feedback on whether you like those. Until next Friday.
Yeah.
Have a
Cheers.
good one.
Thanks. See you, everyone.
Bye.